Set 2 is on Lost Temple. Certainly looking forward to this match.
HopeTorture.
And HopeTorture, our red Terran, over at 2 o'clock. In the 8 o'clock location is our blue Protoss, Pippi Jung.
Pippi Jung.
You know, I think going back to that second set, the first set, though, the one thing I can't say is I think it seemed both players playing very well. Yeah, they both made mistakes, but someone's eventually going to make a mistake which results in a loss. But I think both players showed good plays as well. Despite the fact that Pippi Jung ends up losing that one, he was behind, and he did what he had to try to get back to even or to try to take a lead. It just didn't work out for him in the end.
Yeah. That's right. Early on, we saw he could have kept applying pressure, but he decided, no, I'm going to play it safe. This is a good player. I'm going to expand and power up. HopeTorture kind of decided, well, okay, I'm going to keep expanding. I'm going to keep powering. And it looked like between the two of them, HopeTorture was a little bit better at that.
And once again, a great play by HopeTorture. We talked about the option of him using the medevac to attack the in-base expansion. He elected to take out the rocks instead. It allowed Pippi Jung to get there to salvage the base or salvage most of his probes. But on the flip side, it did kind of keep him a little anxious as to having to defend that. That was what allowed HopeTorture to expand.
Yeah, he was playing scared a bit. Forces were split. He wasn't scouting the map out. He wasn't really aware of HopeTorture, what he was doing. He was only aware of the danger that could come.
And so often, the best thing to do is attack and expand at the same time. That's exactly what HopeTorture did. Great play for him. Of course, the other problem with attacking and expanding at the same time is when you attack, you can't lose all your forces. You got to attack and be able to have something left so that you can scare them into turtling and saying, "Phew, I survived this." Well, the last thing I'm going to do is come out because I know he still has units left that he retreated with.
Yeah, exactly. I think we saw that in the Terran vs. Terran game earlier, and that's really on the pro level that I noticed in StarCraft 1 especially. The best players find the one weakness or find a weakness in their opponent, and they keep exploiting it while they expand. And then all of a sudden, the macro game that they also have kicks in, and you got 170, 200 army coming at your base. And we definitely saw that from HopeTorture and some of the other, especially more experienced StarCraft 1 players in the GSL so far.
And so much of this game is knowing, am I ahead or am I behind? Because obviously from our vantage point, we can look at their food count, we can look at their unit count, we can look at how many they have of this and that, but they don't always know. You have to sometimes blindly, sometimes with knowledge, predict, am I going to win if I attack all in right now or am I not? And that knowledge, being able to figure that out, is so often the key to a win or a loss. We can know, and it's easy for us to be able to say that. It's easy to look in hindsight and post that up on the message board. Oh yeah, like he got owned in this. But in the end, to do that in the game with your limited knowledge of the map as to how much of the map you can see, that's the difference of a great player and someone who loses.
Absolutely. Great mark of a great player. Absolutely.
Reaper takes a kill. Double gateway, triple gateway.
Yeah, we got the 4-gate opening again from Toss here, and I'm hoping we see a little bit more pressure this time since it looks like, HopeTorture is going to do pretty much the exact same build. And this time I think he's going to be just a little bit more open to attack, having to come down to the low ground for his expansion.
Now, HopeTorture went and checked out the upper part of the map right around the 1 o'clock region. He was obviously concerned about something that could have been there. What would he be most concerned of?
Well, it could have been a starport or a void ray. That would be my likely guess. Oh, wow, we got Stalkers moving up the ramp here. It's crucial timing to get that bunker.
5 Stalkers, and they're going to back out again. This is very similar to actually what we saw in set number 1. The difference was there are 2 bunkers being made. This time there's only one.
And less units.
We'll see if he's going to back off this time. He does, actually. He backed off in the first set. He backs off again.
Yeah, it's almost the exact same game. We see a Nexus coming down for BB, and we know that HopeTorture's CC is done, but I think BB has to hope that he keeps that CC on the high ground for a while and doesn't go ahead and take a mineral advantage before his Nexus is done.
Well, we'll see. The Reaper, I think, is being chased down and finally gets taken out by the Stalkers. Looks like we're going to hit a bit of a mid-game lull here as HopeTorture not yet confident enough to move that command center to the expansion.
Yeah, he's definitely got to be a little bit scared because, you know, seeing all those units so fast, he probably thinks, okay, 3 or 4 gate. He could have kept making. He could have made a Nexus. He's got to play both ways.
And looks like he might be correct in that Pippi Jung is going to show some more aggression again. And a couple of force fields. And is he going to be able to hold this off? The bunker is complete, and yes, he will. Stalkers going to the backside. Marauders come out to take those out with those SCVs. And there go the offensive units of Pippi Jung. Although he does have a little bit of information with that last battle as he sees the command center moved on over.
Yeah, but he did get that information, but the cost was pretty great in losing every single unit. I think I'm going to analogize it back to the T versus T we saw earlier. Attacking, expanding, same time while losing your whole army.
Now the question then would be, should Pippi Jung be expanding right now?
Well, no, I think he's got to stay on 2 base for a while, and he's getting the tech out that he chose last game, you know, Robo, Twilight simultaneously. You know, he saw the first game, heavy MMM army, so I'm really hoping to see a little bit faster Templar this game.
Starport on the way. Marauders are going to pop out for a sec to take a peek around. Twilight Council upgrades. Pippi Jung decides he wants to expand to the high-yield minerals eventually. Ditto for ST HopeTorture.
Yeah, it looks like BB here is going to go ahead and expand before he continues teching to either Colossus or Templar, and you know, I think that's going to spell a timing for HopeTorture in probably the next minute and a half, 2 minutes, where he's gonna bust through and kill every unit and walk all over BB.
I don't know if I've seen anything come out of those gateways for a while.
Oh yeah, they're warping. They're warping all into the center of the map here at that
oh, there they are.
Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering where all his units went. There they are. Both players at the towers taking a peek. Now, HopeTorture expanding to a 3rd base while Pippi Jung has cleared the rocks that he needs to, but has not actually expanded yet.
Yeah, we see those, wow. Big load of dropship units here. He was spotted, though.
Observer was
running
there.
Back.
Research complete.
And here come The medevacs, there is an observer there.
Wow. The observer shows you guys here, yeah. So he's doing simultaneous drops from 2 directions. I liked it. It slowed down the Nexus that was going at the gold. Here comes the main drop.
And Probe's coming out to help out as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Great harassment here.
Gonna do some pylon.
He's gonna lose with medevac.
Oh!
Or not.
Does manage to get away. And continuing to harass at the expansion as well.
Yeah, this is going to get real annoying real fast if HopeTorture does this correctly. Oh, he lost his medevac up there.
Good play by Pippi to get that medevac.
It was.
Smart. And that harassment's going to end. But both players actually expanding to their high-yield minerals.
And if the observer shows you I'm crying, please show him. HopeTorture was in there, popped the pylon supporting those 3 warp gates there. That's going to slow down BB ever so much again. And HopeTorture's taking quite a supply lead. We see him at like almost 170. BB's floating near 140.
Did I see a ghost on the way?
Oh, did you? Let me check.
I thought I did, and yes, there is a ghost there. 2 ghosts.
Another excellent choice for EMPing all these Protoss units, sentries and whatnot.
Now, there is an observer actually there at the tower, so the observer sees the ghost.
Yes, absolutely.
I do believe. So, yes, he has 2 ghosts, but yes, Pippi Jung does know about those.
Yeah, and we see the Terran army moving up, and I think because of those ghosts, he spread his army out a bit here so he doesn't get EMP'd all in one blast. Oh, we're about to see the fight.
And here it is. Nice force fields by the sentries. A lot of Marines can't engage that would like to engage.
Wow.
Marauders are all back there, and now they come through. Sentries are taken out, and here comes the big, massive wave. Boy, that was one shot to take out that pylon.
Yes, it was.
Oh, the Nexus is going to fall pretty darn quick. There it goes. And while he's attacking, while he takes out that Nexus, he expands down to 6 o'clock as well. And this might be it. Oh boy, look at the size of that army. There's GG HopeTorture going on to victory with 2 straight wins, and that is going to vault him into the round of 16. Of course, he's been further than that before. And a disappointed Pippi Jung. I've got to say, I think he played a good game. You can't knock him. He came up against a very good player at an early stage of this tournament. It's kind of disappointing for Pippi Jung that had to happen, but certainly he seemed like a very good player in this game as well, despite coming out as a 2-0 loser.
He did make a good show. I thought he was a little wish-washy in the beginning. He decided, okay, I'm going to act like I'm putting on a lot of pressure. Then I'm going to expand. But then he didn't follow up with the right tech units. He lost all of his units in the second game. A couple things here and there, but he was facing HopeTorture, number 2 in the last GSL. It's got to be tough facing that guy.
Yeah, and let's talk about HopeTorture, his ability to multitask. So many different times he did several things at the same time, really showing his skills.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought the 3 dropship was good enough, going to the main base, but then I was like, oh, wait a minute, we got another dropship coming from another direction. It was very nicely done. he probably could have done it a little bit better, but he was probably thinking, wow, this game is way too easy. Let me make a ball of units and walk to my opponent's base.
Well, it certainly was a great game for HopeTorture, who advances to the round of 16 with the win today. And, of course, we have him coming up with an interview with us. So your questions up in the forum. If you go there and write us a question, we'll try to get that asked over to him and have your answers for you in a moment. So if we look back on what has taken place, a 2-0 win for HopeTorture. Also, it was Kyrix Zenith who went on to a victory. It was Ensnare who also beat Rain, and Baby Bye Bye was a winner over Phoenix Wera. We will recap all that in a little bit as well, and we're also going to look forward to matches tomorrow. And of course, we're also going to get to our interview with HopeTorture. Any questions that you'd like to ask him? Of course, you don't have time to quickly run over to the board there, but
you guys do. But what I would like to know is what you mentioned earlier. He came from StarCraft 1, a Protoss player, and now he moved over to StarCraft 2, a Terran player, and he's just as good, if not better, at least for the moment. So I'd like to know what was his reasoning there, and was that his plan all along, or did he just try to pick the best race out there?
That's a very good question as well. I'm very curious also. Okay, well, that interview is coming up. Remember, ask your questions, and we'll get to that interview in a moment. Let's look back on today's results. It was Baby Bye Bye who defeated Phoenix 2-0. Ensnare, also a 2-0 winner over Rain. It was Kyrix, 2-1 winner against Ace, and you just saw HopeTorture with a 2-0 sweep of Pippi Jung. Those are your results from today in the round of 32. Okay, we do have some more matches, of course. This is the first set of matches in the round of 32. As for our second set of round of 32 matches, this is going to be on Monday, same time, same place, 7 o'clock Korean Standard Time on Monday. We're going to see San Zenith taking on Czech Prime. It will be Lee Nok against Next Suho Shin. It will be OGS Nada against Pak Jong Hyuk, and EG Hydra taking on OGS Kwon. Those are our second day round of 32 matches. And certainly Nick and Dan are going to be back for that day on Monday, by the way. So this is going to be our last time here. I must say I enjoyed working with you. It was certainly a pleasure.
Been a pleasure. I've had fun trying to talk a little bit about StarCraft 2. I love the scene going on so far. And on those matches, I got to say, I'm looking forward to the OGS Gon and Hydra match. For part of the reason you were telling me.
Yeah, of course, we interviewed Gon earlier yesterday, and he said specifically that he wanted to play Hydra. He did make a comment that he wants to beat Hydra, not just for himself, but for his team. I found these quotes very interesting as well. I think that's going to be a great match to look forward to, and I'm sure you're not going to want to miss that on Monday evening. So do join us then. It will be Tastosis back to bring you those exciting matches and all the drama involved, as well as we're going to look forward to that. I'm definitely going to tune into that as well to see what happens. Once again, your questions, write them up, send them into our forum, and we're going to get to those questions in a moment. So stand by for our interview with HopeTorture.